In the heart of the serene Port Arthur, Australia, in the year 1996, one man abruptly shattered the tranquility. His actions, utterly horrifying, would forever etch that day in the annals of history. 35 lives extinguished, 23 others left reeling from injuries, a community forever haunted. Who was this man, you might ask? The answer lay in the hands of the authorities, the truth concealed in the interrogation room's shadowy corners. This tale begins on an ordinary Sunday morning. The sun shone brightly over the historic site of Port Arthur, a popular tourist destination. Families, couples, and history enthusiasts alike were soaking in the peaceful atmosphere, oblivious to the lurking danger. Enter the man, Martin Bryant, a 28-year-old with a troubled history. He arrived at the Broad Arrow Café, a bustling spot in the heart of Port Arthur. What seemed like another customer looking for a midday meal soon turned into a nightmare. Bryant opened fire, his weapons spewing deadly rounds. Before anyone could grasp the reality of the situation, 20 lives were snuffed out. The horror didn't stop there. Leaving the cafe, Bryant continued his rampage. He fired at random, his victims falling one after another. The idyllic Port Arthur had turned into a war zone, its tranquility replaced by the ear-splitting sound of gunfire and the heart-wrenching cries of the wounded and terrified. As night fell, the authorities managed to corner Bryant in a guest house. A standoff ensued, lasting for more than 12 nerve-wracking hours. The following morning, the guest house caught fire. Bryant, his clothes aflame, ran out right into the arms of the waiting police. In the aftermath of the event, Bryant stood before the law. He denied his involvement, his lies trying to weave an alternate reality, yet the evidence was overwhelming. The interrogations were relentless, the search for the truth unyielding. Then, in a twist of fate, Bryant thought the police had stopped recording. It was then that he admitted his guilt, his confession echoing in the stark, sterile room. The impact of this day was far-reaching. Not only did it rob 35 people of their lives, but it also left scars on the survivors, both physical and mental. The community of Port Arthur was forever changed, the echoes of this tragedy reverberating through the years. Martin Bryant, the man who had brought such devastation, was sentenced to 35 life sentences plus 1,652 years with no possibility of parole. He is serving his sentence at Risdon Prison in Hobart, his name a chilling reminder of the horrors one man can inflict. This is the tale of the Port Arthur Massacre, a day of loss and horror, a day that will never be forgotten. It's a reminder of the darkness that can dwell within the human soul, and the resilience of a community that refused to be defined by one man's heinous act.